Hey everyone! Welcome back to the podcast, where we explore the beautiful little moments that make life absolutely incredible. I'm Lily, and I'm so thrilled you're here with us today.
And hello to all you wonderful listeners out there. I'm Mano, and wow, what an amazing time we're going to have together in this studio. It's really fantastic to be here with you all today, and I want to say a massive thanks for tuning in.
You know, before we dive into today's incredible conversation about life's simple pleasures, I just have to ask you all for one tiny favor. If you're enjoying this episode so far, please hit that like button. It really does help us out so much, and it tells us you're loving what we're doing here.
Absolutely, Lily. And while you're at it, why don't you subscribe to our channel? We drop new episodes every single week, and you definitely don't want to miss out on all the amazing content we have planned for you guys in the coming weeks and months.
Yes, and after this episode ends, make sure you check out our podcast playlist. We've got so many incredible episodes up there covering all kinds of fascinating topics. You're going to absolutely love binge watching through our entire collection. Trust me, once you start listening, you won't want to stop.
Share this episode with your friends and family too. If you know someone who could use a little boost of positivity and joy in their life right now, send this over to them. Let them discover all the wonderful things we talk about in this podcast episode.
Now let me tell you what we're discussing today. We're talking about those incredible, small, simple things that bring massive joy to our everyday lives. And honestly, we couldn't be more excited about it.
It's true. These are little moments and experiences that absolutely everyone can enjoy. And here's the best part. Most of them don't cost you any money at all. They're just there, waiting for you to notice and appreciate them in your daily routine.
So let's jump right into it, shall we? The first thing we want to talk about is morning beverages. There's something absolutely magical about that first drink of the day, whether it's coffee, tea, or something else entirely.
Oh man, I'm so glad you brought this up because I genuinely think there's nothing quite like starting your morning with a warm drink that you absolutely love. It just sets the whole tone for your entire day, you know?
Exactly. So if you're enjoying your morning coffee or maybe a nice cup of tea, there's actually a really cool English expression you can use to describe that moment. You can say, "This coffee really hits the spot." What that means is that it's exactly what you needed at that particular moment in time.
I absolutely love that phrase because it's so versatile and useful. You can use it for so many different situations, not just your morning beverage. But when you're talking about that perfect morning drink, it just feels perfect to say. It captures that feeling so well.
A warm cup of tea clears my mind in the morning and helps me feel refreshed and ready to face the day. It's longer, but it's also really beautiful and descriptive.
That's such a wonderful way to describe it, and it really does paint a picture of that peaceful, calm moment. If you're talking to your friends in a more casual, informal way, you could simply tell them, "I cannot start my day without my morning coffee. It's just not possible for me."
I think so many people can relate to that feeling. It's like your morning beverage is your best friend before you've even had your first conversation with another human being that day.
Absolutely. And you know what? That's totally okay. There's nothing wrong with having that ritual that you love so much. It's actually a really healthy way to start your day with something that brings you comfort and joy.
Speaking of things that bring joy, let's move on to music, because music is something that literally has the power to change your entire mood and perspective in just moments. Do you have a favorite song that just instantly makes you feel better?
Oh, for sure. I have several, actually. There are certain songs that I can play, and within like 30 seconds, my whole energy completely shifts. It's like magic, honestly. The power of music is something that we don't talk about enough, in my opinion.
Right? It's incredible. So when a great song starts playing and it lifts your mood, you can say, "This song always lifts my spirits." What that means is that it makes you feel happier, more positive, and more energized than you were feeling before.
That's a beautiful way to express it. It's such a positive phrase. You could also take a more informal approach with your friends and say something like, "Oh man, I absolutely love this track. It's seriously one of my absolute favorite songs, and I never get tired of listening to it."
Track is such a cool, modern word for a song, and young people especially use it all the time. If you want to sound more formal and sophisticated, you could say, "This music brings me a deep sense of peace and tranquility that I find absolutely essential to my well-being."
Wow, that does sound really formal and eloquent. Music really does have that power though, doesn't it? It can transport you to different places, make you remember different times in your life, and just completely change how you're feeling in the moment.
It absolutely does. And this actually brings us to our next topic, which is sleep, because a good night's sleep is one of those things that can dramatically improve your mood and your entire day ahead. Have you ever had one of those nights where you sleep so deeply and peacefully?
Oh yes, those are the best nights, aren't they? There's literally nothing better than waking up after a fantastic night's sleep and feeling completely refreshed and ready to take on the world. You can use the famous English idiom, "I slept like a baby last night."
I absolutely love that idiom. It's so common, and it really paints such a sweet picture. It means that you slept deeply and peacefully throughout the entire night without any interruptions or disturbances whatsoever.
You could also say, "I had a wonderful night's rest and I woke up feeling absolutely fantastic and rejuvenated." It's a bit more formal, but it gets the point across really clearly to whoever you're talking to.
But of course, not every night goes perfectly, right? Sometimes you have those rough nights where you just can't seem to get comfortable. In those situations, you can say, "I tossed and turned all night long, and I just couldn't seem to relax or find a comfortable position no matter what I tried."
Yeah, that's such a helpful contrast to what we just talked about. It shows both sides of the sleep experience. Because let's be honest, we've all had those nights where sleep just doesn't come easily.
Absolutely. But when you do get that good sleep, it's such a gift. Now, let's talk about another peaceful moment in life. And I think this is something that everyone can appreciate, even if they live in a city. Watching the sunset is just absolutely beautiful and calming.
Oh man, sunsets are incredible. There's something about standing there and watching the sky transform into all these amazing colors right before your eyes. It's one of nature's greatest shows, honestly.
It really is. When you're watching a beautiful sunset with someone, or even by yourself, you can tell people, "The colors in the sky are absolutely gorgeous tonight, and I could just stand here and watch this forever."
That's a great casual way to describe it. If you want to sound more formal and elegant about it, you could say, "The view of the evening sky is truly breathtaking and magnificent." Breathtaking is such an excellent vocabulary word, especially for people learning English at the B1 level.
It really is. When something is breathtaking, it means it's so beautiful and amazing that it almost takes your breath away. You can't help but just stare at it and wonder.
Exactly. And informally, you could just keep it super simple and say, "Wow, look at that sunset. Have you ever seen anything so beautiful in your entire life?" Sometimes simple is better, and people appreciate that genuine reaction.
For sure. Now, let's talk about something that happens in our modern world quite a lot. Receiving a message from someone you care about is such a lovely surprise, especially when you least expect it.
Oh, it absolutely is. You know, there's something really special about getting a text message from someone you really like or care about deeply. It's just this little moment of connection that can brighten up your entire day.
Right? You can tell your friends, Their text message really made my day. It came at just the right moment when I needed a little pick-me-up. That means it made your whole day much happier and more positive than it was before.
You could also say, I was so incredibly glad to hear from you, and your message really meant a lot to me. That's a really warm and polite way to express your appreciation for someone reaching out to you.
Or if you want to keep it short and informal, you could just reply to them and say, "You just made me smile. Thank you for thinking of me and reaching out today." It shows the other person that you really appreciate them and that they matter to you.
That's such a sweet response. People really do appreciate knowing that they made someone smile. It's a simple thing, but it can mean so much to both people involved in that interaction.
Absolutely. And speaking of connecting with people, let's talk about spending time with family, because that's one of those things that's truly invaluable, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. Family is so important, and quality time with them is something that we should never take for granted. Some of my favorite memories are just regular times spent with my family doing ordinary things together.
Right. So casually, you might say to someone, "I'm hanging out with my family this weekend, and we're just going to relax and spend some time together." Hanging out means spending relaxing, unstructured time with people you care about.
That's a very casual and friendly way to describe it. If you want to sound a bit more formal, you could say, I'm spending quality time with my relatives, and I think it's going to be really meaningful. Quality time means important, focused time without distractions.
That's an excellent phrase to remember and use. You could also say, "Family gatherings always bring me so much joy and happiness. They're some of the most valuable moments in my life." It sounds really nice and sincere.
It really does. Family time is special because it grounds us and reminds us what's really important in life beyond all the stress and chaos of the world.
So true. And speaking of joy, what about laughing with your friends? I genuinely think that's one of the best feelings in the entire world.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. When you're with your friends and you're all laughing together, it's just the best. Those moments are pure happiness, and you can't replicate that feeling with anything else.
When you have a great time laughing with your group of friends, you can say, "We had an absolute blast last night. We were laughing so hard, and it was just incredible fun." To have a blast means you had lots of fun and enjoyed yourself.
Another really fun expression is, my friends always make me crack up. What that means is to crack up means to laugh a lot, usually because someone said something really funny or did something hilarious.
I love that expression so much. Formally, you could say, "I always genuinely enjoy the company and friendship of my friends. They bring so much happiness into my life." That sounds very polite and elegant.
It really does. And laughter is actually so important for our health, both physically and mentally. When we're laughing with people we care about, we're actually making ourselves healthier and happier.
That's a great point. Sometimes after laughing with friends, it's really nice to get outside and go for a walk or spend some time in nature, because that's also incredibly refreshing.
Yes, taking a walk outside in nature or even just around your neighborhood is so good for your brain and your overall well-being. It helps you breathe fresh air and clear your head from all the stress.
You can say, "I'm going for a stroll in the park right now, and I'm really looking forward to some peaceful, quiet time with nature." A stroll is a slow, relaxing walk, not a fast jog or anything like that.
That's a beautiful word, and it really captures that leisurely pace. You could also use a classic phrase like, let's go outside and get some fresh air. I think it will do us both a lot of good.
Or, if you want a simpler option, you could say, "I really need a quick walk to clear my head because I have so much on my mind today." It means to clear your heavy thoughts and worries.
That's so important too. Sometimes we just need that physical movement and that time in the fresh air to process our thoughts and feelings properly.
Absolutely. And after a nice walk outside, there's something really satisfying about coming home to a clean and organized space because it just feels so peaceful and calming.
Oh, yes, I completely agree. When my house is perfectly clean and organized, I love to say that my place is absolutely spotless. That means completely clean with no dirt or mess anywhere.
Spotless is such a perfect word for describing a really clean space. You can also say, I like to keep my room really tidy and organized because it helps me feel calm. Tidy means neat and well organized.
My desk is not always tidy, I have to admit, but when it is, I definitely notice a difference in how I feel. I'll say something like, everything is in its right place and it feels so satisfying to see.
It really does feel like finishing a difficult task when you finally get your space organized the way you want it. Speaking of finishing difficult tasks, completing a hard project at work or school is a huge relief for everyone.
Oh man, that feeling is incredible. When you finally finish a project that you've been working on for weeks or months, there's just this massive sense of relief and accomplishment that washes over you.
Right? When you finally finish it, you can happily say, "Mission accomplished. I did it and I'm so proud of myself." It feels like a big victory in your life, even if it's just a small project.
It certainly does. You could also say in a simpler way, I finally finished that difficult project, and I feel so relieved and happy about it. It's simple, clear, and it expresses your relief really well.
Formally, you could say, I am pleased to report that the task has been completed successfully and meets all the required standards.
It does sound very official and formal, doesn't it? But that's appropriate in certain professional contexts.
This conversation has been so lovely so far, honestly. Before we move on, though, I want to remind everyone listening, if you're enjoying this conversation and finding it helpful, please don't forget to like the video.
Yes, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future episodes. We're always coming out with new content that we think you'll really enjoy and find valuable.
And share this episode with your friends and family members. Comment below and tell us what you think. We read every single comment, and we love hearing from our listeners about what resonates with them.
For those of you who want even more content, make sure you check out our podcast playlist. It's full of amazing episodes covering all kinds of different topics that we think you'll find interesting and engaging.
Now, let's talk about learning something new because that's something that brings a lot of joy too, just like our amazing listeners are doing right now by listening to our podcast and learning from our conversations.
Exactly. Learning is such a valuable activity, and there's something really exciting about acquiring new knowledge or new skills. When you learn a new thing, you can say, I just picked up a new skill pretty easily.
To pick up means to learn something naturally, often without formal instruction. It's such a useful phrasal verb to know. You could also say, I am expanding my horizons by learning new things. That sounds beautiful and formal.
It really does. Or you could simply say, it feels absolutely great to learn something new every single day. It keeps your life exciting, fresh, and interesting. Learning really does keep life fresh.
It's true. And here's something that's very important to both of us. Helping someone who needs support is honestly one of the best feelings in the entire world.
I completely agree with you on that one. When you're able to help someone who's struggling or who needs a hand, it fills you with such purpose and meaning. It's a wonderful feeling.
When you want to offer help casually to a person, you can say, hey, can I give you a hand with that? I'm happy to help you out. It's friendly and shows that you care.
Yes, exactly. And if someone thanks you for your help and support, you can reply graciously by saying, I'm really glad I could assist you and make things easier for you. That's a polite, formal version.
It feels so good to be helpful to others. You could also say, please let me know if you need anything at all. I'm here for you and I want to help however I can. It shows you really care about them.
That's a beautiful way to express it. A simple, formal phrase you could use is, "It was my absolute pleasure to help you with whatever you needed." It makes the other person feel really comfortable and happy.
Small acts of kindness can truly change someone's entire day or even their entire week. It's a beautiful thing to do whenever you possibly can.
Now, let's talk about having free time to relax, because after working hard all week, sometimes doing absolutely nothing is fantastic and necessary.
Oh, I love doing nothing sometimes. It's actually really important for your mental health and well-being. Casually, you could say, I'm just chilling at home today, and I'm not going anywhere or doing anything.
Chilling is a very popular and casual word among young people. It means relaxing completely without stress or pressure. A more formal option would be to say, I am spending my leisure time unwinding and decompressing.
To unwind means to release stress and tension from your body and mind. You could also say, I finally have some free time to relax and recharge my batteries. Recharge means getting your energy back.
That's such a good way to describe it. We all need that time to recharge so we can face the next week with renewed energy and positivity.
And during that free time for relaxing, eating your favorite food makes it even better because food brings people so much pure happiness and joy.
Oh, absolutely. There's nothing better than relaxing at home with your favorite snack or meal. The combination of comfort and delicious food is unbeatable.
When you take the first bite of a good meal, you can say, this absolutely hits the spot. Remember we used that expression for coffee earlier? It works really well for food too.
It really does. You can also say, this meal is absolutely delicious and amazing. I'm so happy I decided to cook this today. It's simple, clear, and very useful.
If you want to sound more formal and sophisticated, you could say, this dish is exquisitely prepared and the flavors are absolutely perfect. But honestly, I usually just say, this food is amazing and delicious.
That's probably the most honest reaction anyway. Sometimes simple expressions of pleasure are the best ones.
Another exciting thing that brings joy is traveling to new places. Exploring a new city or a different country is completely unforgettable and creates amazing memories.
Oh yes, traveling is one of my favorite things to do. There's something so exciting about going somewhere new and experiencing a different culture and way of life.
Informally, you can say, I'm going on a trip to a new place and I'm so excited about what I'm going to see and discover. It's simple and easy to understand.
True. If you want to sound more formal, you could say, I love exploring new destinations and experiencing different cultures. Destinations is a great word for places you travel to.
Yes, and you could also say, I'm traveling to discover new cultures and broaden my understanding of the world. It sounds very adventurous and interesting.
That's wonderful. Travel really does open your mind and help you become a more well-rounded and empathetic person.
It absolutely does. And whether you're traveling or even just at work, receiving compliments is another small thing that makes you feel really good inside.
Oh, it feels absolutely great when someone says something nice and genuine about you. It can completely turn around your entire day.
If someone compliments you, the perfect response is to say, "Thank you so much. That is very kind of you to say that." It's a polite and perfect response for pretty much any situation.
Informally, you could smile and say, "Thanks, you just made my day with that compliment." It shows genuine appreciation for their kind words.
Or if you feel a bit shy about the compliment, you can say, "Oh, you're making me blush." It means your face is turning red because you're embarrassed or flattered.
That's such a cute and sweet expression to use. Sometimes after all the social interaction and going out, quiet moments alone are exactly what we need to rest and recharge.
Yes, silence and solitude can be really beautiful. Casually, you can tell your friends, "I just need some me time tonight, so I'm going to stay home and relax." Me time means time for yourself to do what you want.
I love that phrase so much. It's so important to have that time for yourself. Formally, you could say, I really enjoy the peace and quiet of being alone with my thoughts. It sounds very calm.
It really does. You could also say, "I am taking some time to reflect on my life and think deeply about my choices and goals." Reflecting is always good for personal growth.
It definitely is. Sometimes we need that quiet time to just process everything and figure out what we're feeling and thinking.
But if you do get lonely sometimes, playing with pets is another amazing way to find pure happiness and companionship.
Oh, yes. Pets are so joyful and loyal and loving. You can say, my dog is so playful and full of energy today. We've been playing for hours.
Animals are truly wonderful companions. You could also say, "Spending time with my cat always relaxes me and makes me feel happy and content." It's simple, true, and very sweet.
Formally, you could say pets provide wonderful companionship and emotional support. Companionship means they are good, loyal, and steady friends to us in our home.
They really are. You know, imagine a cozy day inside watching rain from your window. That's another beautiful, simple moment in life that we don't appreciate enough.
Oh, I absolutely love rainy days. There's something really special and cozy about being inside while it's raining outside. You feel safe and warm.
Right? If it's raining really hard outside, you can use the famous English idiom, "It's raining cats and dogs outside." That's a classic expression.
That is a really classic idiom. It sounds funny when you think about it literally, but it just means heavy rain. You could also say, the sound of the rain is absolutely relaxing and peaceful.
It really is. Formally, you could say, "I find the rainy weather to be quite peaceful and calming. It helps me slow down and appreciate the moment." It sounds very elegant and thoughtful.
Elegant indeed. There's definitely something about rainy days that just makes you want to be inside, cozy and warm, maybe with a hot drink.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about a small surprise that honestly might be one of the best feelings ever: finding money in your pocket that you forgot about.
Oh, wow. Finding a $5 bill or some cash in an old jacket is seriously amazing. You can say, look what I found in my pocket. I completely forgot I had this.
It's such a great surprise. Informally, you could shout, "I hit the jackpot." It means you feel like you won a big prize, even if it's just a little bit of cash.
That's such a fun expression. Formally, you could say, I discovered some unexpected money in my coat pocket, which was a pleasant surprise. It sounds very official for such a funny moment.
Yes, it does sound formal, but it's always such a wonderful surprise that makes you smile for the rest of the day or even the whole week.
It really is. You know, all these small things we've talked about show us that life has so much beauty and joy every single day if we just look for it and appreciate it.
Exactly. We just need to pay attention to these moments, breathe deeply, and enjoy the present moment as much as we possibly can. Don't rush through life.
That's such an important message. It's easy to get caught up in our busy schedules and forget to notice the good things that are happening around us.
We hope you've really enjoyed learning about all these simple ways to talk about life and happiness in English today with both of us. Thank you so much for spending this time with us.
Remember to look for the small joys in your day and keep practicing your English every single chance you get. It's so important to keep learning and growing.
One more time, if you haven't already, please like this video. It really helps us out and shows us that you're enjoying the content we're creating for you.
Subscribe to the channel. We have so much more amazing content coming your way, and you definitely don't want to miss it. New episodes come out regularly.
Check out our podcast playlist for even more fantastic episodes on different topics. You'll find so many great conversations to listen to and learn from.
And share this episode with someone you know who might enjoy it. Let them discover the joy in life's simple pleasures too. It's a wonderful message to spread.
Thank you all so much for listening to the Daily Joy podcast with me, Lily, and my wonderful co-host, Mano. We truly appreciate your time and attention.
We've had such a great time talking with you all today about these beautiful moments that make life special. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Don't forget to keep practicing your English, keep finding joy in the little things, and we'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye, everyone.
Thanks so much for listening. We hope you have a fantastic day wherever you are. Keep smiling and keep learning. Goodbye, everyone.